is underway with Mega Creeps no less in game number 1. What are we going to be served up in game 2? Good question. We've got the right people on the panel to answer that as well. Jack and Will back with us. Gents, where we going game 2? More beef?
You said served up, so I think maybe side of dragon, maybe some wolf in there. There's some panda last game, which seemed pretty good.
We need a heifer or something.
Someone
really needs to draft a cow.
I really want to I feel like all of our plans now are working around this principle, and I have no idea why.
Is that the beef principle you're talking about?
We can test it.
Okay.
We just subjected to empirical testing.
You pick some tanky heroes, and all of a sudden you're now the beef team.
Yeah, but again, I think they've done it pretty consistently. I think some teams, have tended towards it more than others.
Who was it? I think Misery says it's run at you lineups.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
that's what he calls it. You just run at you. That's how it seems like the Polish guys are gonna play. They're just gonna run at you nonstop, which I think is cool. Oftentimes, when you have inexperienced teams, they go the other way. They go for the late game.
Right.
They go for something that's yeah, exactly. Where you don't have to really execute as much. You just kind of let somebody go into you. You see that with SG Esports, for example. They have this idea where they're gonna have the better or more superior late game, and so you put the pressure on the enemy, and it's easier to play around that principle. This is our goal. We're not on a timer. This is how we're gonna play. But a team like Kinguin, it's it shows that they have more maturity than they're letting on, because they're able to execute these high execution strategies where they have to run at you. You can't really make too many mistakes behind it.
Is that confidence as well?
Yeah, and I think every win that you get over these teams that you probably see, Kinguin has probably just been watching all these teams wow, these teams are so good. You saw how excited they were that they beat Mineski. This is a Mineski that's getting crushed by everyone right now, by the way. But they're still so happy about it. They're spamming GGG. Come on, man. For them, this was it felt like I just watched them win their own minor.
Yeah, I mean, they've now taken a game. 3 highly rated teams.
Yeah,
2 yesterday, both Chinese teams, and now Mineski today. They've only got Secret to play, who've got a ringer in the team. And actually, even if they end up losing this game, they probably only need a point.
Yeah, and
if they win this, I think they're through.
Yes, and I kept I keep my finger on the NA pulse, and I want to know what Jack thinks about what they were saying beforehand. But it's when I was reading Reddit and I was checking everything, it felt like everyone was just okay, so SG's getting last in one group and Kinguin's getting last in the other, right, guys?
Pretty much everyone said that.
Yeah, and it was just okay, so now who's getting top? I guess Mineski should be able to win this pretty easily and stuff like that. That seemed like the general sentiment. Kinguin was the automatic, if there's any team, everyone's just at least SG, maybe they might pick up a win or two, but Kinguin's gonna get crushed. If they get a win, that's a surprise. Was that kind of similar in the Chinese scene?
Well, to take a saying from traditional sports, that's why they play the games, right? You want to have these kind of surprises all the time, keep things fresh. Things change very quickly as well in the Dota scene. I want to go back to Paul's point. I think it's a really good point he said about kind of the run-at-you lineups and why that's a little bit harder to play for less experienced teams. Because you don't just do it once or twice, right? You have to be able to consistently use the map control that you can. You talked about the impatience they had maybe in going high ground. That's another phase that the run-at-you lineup has to get through, how to finish games. Those are all different progressive difficult steps for you to take as an inexperienced team if you want to play that style. Whereas if, like you said, if you go to something where you have the stronger late game, you have a hero like SG's Arc Warden, an anti-mage, something that you're very comfortable with, you can give concessions all through the game. You can lose objectives, maybe, but as long as that hero gets farmed, as long as that hero gets what it needs, it kind of simplifies the game for you. So I thought that was a really good point just now.
Okay, into the draft we go. And Aveno Earths.
Earth Spirit has been just such a solid hero overall. This hero, the toolkit of it alone is insane. He's just one of the most well-rounded supports, always has been. He comes with a stun, a silence, a gap close, a huge AoE ulti. Later on in the game, he's got a save. There's just so much that this hero can do conceptually.
On a strength body as well.
On a strength body.
There's a Doom which we saw Kinguin run yesterday as well.
Did they win with it?
Yeah. I believe they won. I believe it was the game that they won against Newbie. And they've been picking this very early on as well.
Plus, Disruptor. Disruptor in general is just a very aggressive hero. You don't pick this hero to go and hold high ground or anything like that. You pick this hero so you can run at people, because as an offensive hero, excellent hero, because Glimpse is just such an incredible ability, but as a defensive hero, this hero sucks. When you get run at, your ultis are never going to be very ideal, your rings aren't going to be very ideal. your glimpsing is just like kind of like go away for a little bit, and everyone just like comes and runs at you again. Like this kind of shows you like this is a tempo-based hero. They're gonna run at you. They're gonna want to fight again.
If you're running at them and they have to leave, I mean that's like, like we said, last deer in the pack. That's what the Disruptor wants to be up against. But maybe just in raw lane presence, what he has, it's not quite the same. Obviously, he doesn't like being defensive.
If Mineski loses, are they like in dead last place right now?
They are right now anyway. Yes.
Okay, so other teams in the group have 2 points or more?
Yeah.
So
they're in real trouble, basically. If they lose this, they have to win their last game 2-0. They have to win their last match 2-0.
And I think probably some stuff has to happen for them, maybe?
Not necessarily, because there are other teams on 2 points right now, including Secret.
Okay.
If Secret, for instance, lose both their matches today 2-0, then they would only have 2 points.
Okay.
And therefore, Mineski would need to win one game.
Yeah.
Either this one or one of the ones later on, and they would also draw on 2. I think right now it's difficult to kind of go, this team need to do this in order to get through.
Yeah.
I think we need one more set of games after this to be in a position where we can actually start talking about who can tie break and who can go through and who can't go through. But technically, mathematically, all the teams can still qualify from group.
See, but it's just rough, and you also don't want to be in a position where you're anxiously waiting for the other teams to mess up.
No, I tell you what it will do, though. Kinguin win this game, they're mathematically guaranteed to go through because they will have 5 points at the end of this match if they win against Mineski in game 2, which is more than enough to make it through because obviously Mineski only have 1. So they can only get 4. There you go, maths.
Kinguin, the penguin is doing it.
I'm just,
I wonder if they know that, by the way.
They have to.
Because if they draw this, they're still on 3 points, which still leaves them vulnerable because then other 3 other teams in the group they've got 2.
Not a bad position to be in, though.
No, not a bad, but it still means that if they lose 2-0 in the last match of the day, they could then not make it.
It's a very tight Group B based on yesterday, so any number of things could happen. Yeah.
Only Newbie took 3 points out of any of those games yesterday. Just shows you the power of the 3-point win, winning 2-0.
I've been smirking kind of this whole time because I'm looking at Mineski's bans.
They banned
bands 3 through 5, and
beef.
It's really tanky heroes, I guess. The dragon's been banned, but we'll see. I mean, Nyx isn't like super tanky or anything like that, but it's a nice hero.
Kinguin seems to be, their bans at least this game. Like, there's a lot of like split push that they're getting rid of. A lot of like very pesky split push or things that you kind of need catch for, and like that's a deterrence against a lot of wanting to 5-man very early on. If you already start losing towers to that outer pressure, you can't necessarily get those 5-mans that you want, and that seems to be a bit more of a direction for their banning.
I think Nyx, though, you need vision-based heroes or like heroes that like backfind for you, and that's what he's going to do when you pair it with the Disruptor especially. So like you have a hero that will scout ahead, you just like catch somebody with glimpse unawares, just absolutely kill them, like murder somebody immediately. Not bad against Veno because you're almost always going to be able to get your Carapace off, and on top of that, you have a high amount of regen. So if you are happening in the lane against them, it's not as big of an issue. Like, you're one of the few heroes that can stand against that. You just get a few mangoes and you're chill.
And if and when he gets an Aghanim's, he actually becomes... Well, if you're forced to 5-man or take those 5, he becomes incredibly tanky.
Yeah. I haven't seen Veno, though, in a while. But DP, once again, by Kinguin.
What do you think of Venomancer with these recent patches? Because he didn't really get... his talents got changed dramatically, but other than that, he didn't really directly get changed that much.
I mean, that directly changes the hero a lot. Because before, when you had like the 75 damage talent and the XP gain, you would almost always transition. Like that hero was OP in the sense that he scaled at every part of the game. There was like never a point in the game where you were like, man, Veno sucks now. You're just like, wow, okay, he just got better, and he gets better. And he was a strong early game presence, good laning, like pushes towers. There wasn't a lot more that you could ask for him. But I think the DP is a nice response to the Spirit Breaker as well. Because she's one of the few heroes that doesn't really care. If you get charged, most mid heroes, you just die. There's not a lot of heroes that just like enjoy being charged. But DP, she doesn't really care because of Spirit Siphon.
Is Veno? It feels like Veno's talents are, with the Gale, with like the Poison Nova. It seems like a lot more geared towards like a magical type of core now. Whereas he could kind of go both ways a little bit before.
Yeah, I mean, in the past it was kind of insane because you would build magic and it didn't matter because you knew you had a 75 damage talent in the pocket, so you could go this one way and your hero would naturally like evolve into something better. So it wasn't like you could just build a hood or a BKB against this hero because eventually he would take more damage. So item builds against him were a lot more complicated too. But they need a carry. I hope they don't take something like Omni.
10 seconds remaining.
That was wild.
Again.
Like, for Kinguin too, like, don't do that. Don't go in that direction. And if you do, have a game plan behind it.
Radiant team pick.
Go then. Last picks.
Lycan band something.
They understand. That was the reason. They actually just banned the majority of the previous lineup.
Yeah.
They got like 3 of the heroes out of there, which is crazy.
10 seconds remaining.
Disrupting, isn't it?
Yeah, they need.
At least.
See, who else can they get in their win to fill out the? I mean, there's the Timber Saw that we saw yesterday.
Trying to figure out who Mineski needs right now. Like they need a hero, maybe like Lifestealer or something that just like has some sort of insta jump that doesn't really care. Like after he uses everything and then he gets doomed. Like that or Clinks or something like that. Like you need a hero that doesn't really care about the doom too much, or like one that jumps in, uses his toolkit, and then
that'd be nice for the Knicks as well. Yeah.
Oh, another. They could do like Veno one then. They've got options here now. I guess we'll see when Mushi picks up his hero.
Ten seconds remaining.
Sure, guys. Why not? Just go with it.
At this point, we're just literally going along with Jack's big principle.
I think Timber's sick now.
Kinguin has a chance to answer.
Oh, they pick AM.
Oh, got AM.
I hear Black laughing like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think probably Black sat there and went, this looks like a good AM game.
Did you, Black? Thought it was
yeah, he did. He did.
He didn't. There's no way.
Yeah, he did. I can tell. He's like, this looks like a 900 farm game to me.
Might be a good AM game, but it's in violation of their principles. I don't think it goes particularly well with the Disruptor early on.
Wait, what?
I like Mineski's last pick a lot. This is a hero that seemed to be better on this patch, but still hasn't been picked up that much. I'm going with Mineski in this game.
Okay. I like it. Bold beef principles.
I think that this anti-mage it matches up very well against the Venomancer for one. On top of that, like they don't have the best catch once again on the side of Mineski. I think I've seen a lot of AMs lose lately, so I don't know if that hero's just weak, but I still think that if there is an AM game to win, it's this one. I'm interested, though, to hear what Black says, because he is the anti-mage player, but I'm going to go all in Kinguin 2-0.
All right, good stuff. He's right as well. There is an AM specialist in the commentary box right now, so let's check in with him. He's with Black.
Does that make me the AM specialist with the way Paul worded that one?
Yeah, he said with Black.
Yeah. Yeah, the AM specialist is with Black. So AM,
give me your thoughts, please.
Terrible hero. Anyone that actually plays him has no life whatsoever. And Ice Rock did the right thing by nerfing the living crap out of his blink.
I actually can't believe you just described me perfectly.
You're a terrible person, Black. I hate you. Why did I get paired with having to cast with you of all people? Man, I'm just happy that like. When the draft happened for Mineski, we're sitting there and like Blitz is just like praying to whatever Dota gods there are out there. It's like, please, Gaben, do not let a Nominite be picked by Mushi in this last one. I want to see ISIS on a hero that wasn't a Venomancer, something that was flashy that could do work and help win a game for him. Because that's always been the thing with ISIS. He carries a lot of teams through that 3 position, and putting him on Centaur, putting on something which, while it may not be great against the Kinguin lineup, it's going to be great for ISIS to be ISIS.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely always want to give him a hero that can make like a lot of things happen. If he can carry a game, he usually will. So
yeah. Timbersaw, Centaur, I'm good with that.
You know, Phoenix.
Let's just see that high return damage kick in, and then everyone starts killing themselves on it. Right?
Like the anti-mage is taking 100 damage per hit and killing himself.
Yeah,
I mean, it can actually happen late game.
How does it actually work with the interaction of things like Doom, Exorcism, Like, how does return work with those?
Exorcism you don't get any return damage, as well as Doom you don't either. But if you Infernal Blade him, you get the return damage.
So it's just the direct attacks,
just direct attacks, yeah.
Alright. Cool. Just wanted to double check the mechanic before we started.
Windrunner actually dies to Centaur so badly. You focus fire him, you just die. It is hilarious.
Didn't she get buffed up recently in this patch?
Oh yeah, she got buffed
with
a lot,
her trip shackle.
Yeah. Okay, but what has to happen is this AM needs to get really fat because Spirit Breaker, Earth Spirit, and Centaur actually are really good at catching him early on. So he needs to get that Manta style, like before minute 25 would be optimal. Of course, if you're free farm, you have like minute 20, but 25 is like a good time to get it at. And they will have to make a lot of space for this AM as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they're capable of doing it. For the moment, it's an attack up on top. Ninja Boogie being initiated on. They locked him inside the wall. They've already used their stun, but Jab just rotated off the lane. They'll charge forward. The Horse Stomp from Ice will catch out too. There's still not enough damage for this as we go in full screen back into the fight. The wall is up once more, locking in these two off-laners. Another double stun from the Earth Spike of Karkor. He tries to reach Exotic Deer. Even if he could cancel the salve, that would have been a good victory, but now he's trapped in the trees, in too deep. The wall is up. They've locked him in the corner. It's guaranteed first blood for the Exotic Deer. And there's not much more Ice can do about it. In fact, now he's out of mana. If they can get a body block off here, I think Ice is actually down as well. The wall will come up. It won't trap him out. The support is in the neighborhood. The salve being burned quickly. They're looking for the vision. They won't get it in time, and Ice will taunt them. Come here. Come at me, boys. You may have taken my support, but you won't take me.
It was actually very unfortunate. The anti-mage cancelled his attack. Like he was in the swing already, but then he cancelled it because he didn't expect to be in range. But yeah, I don't think it would have been a kill. So it's very hard to kill the Centaur actually because he doesn't have any mana, so anti-mage doesn't really deal any damage to him. And also what's going to be very hard for Team Kinguin is the bot lane. Like Venomancer usually destroys heroes like Doom 1v1 very handily.
Well, right now the CS is, well, it's better for the Veno as far as denies go.
Well, Doom 1-6, yeah, he's still doing it, but of course as the levels go up, it's going to get harder and harder.
Jab's being a dick. Partos at least has the bounty rune to play with. Karkor coming around once again. They've been slowly chipping away at Ice. Now the charge forward, just trying to create a little bit of space in Ninja Boogie for the turning double hedge. The damage is nice, but Exotic Deer will survive. Gets the other side of that kinetic field, wants to jump back in for the last hit if that's going to be possible. Ninja Boogie, there's your glimpse back. Burn him once more, keep the stun going. And great target selection from Kinguin. 3 kills now to their name, 3 minutes in. But it's not stopping Mineski from just running bodies back into the lane.
Yeah, they have to be careful what they're doing, because this Earth Spirit doesn't actually do much bot lane, I think. Well, he's gonna get a kill now, probably.
Dropping him low. You got the slow down, jabs, regeneration. At least you got the kick for more control, but Mushi, what damage has he got? It's a 2-2 build-up, so it's nice with both the Gale and the Poison Sting. Mushi.
Just enough.
Barely gets that tick.
It was like the last tick. Yeah.
They needed something like that to work, because now Mushi's got a good injection of money. Nisha in very, very deep in this mid lane. Jabs are rolling boulder forward, shrapnel's up, so Nisha no way to really escape from it. And that's 2 critical kills. Kinguin were doing a great job up on the top lane, but now their mid and bottom swings the balance ways of Mineski.
How did the DP end up there? I didn't see that.
I'm assuming kicked.
Like he was like
he had to be kicked. That's the only way you get in that.
He probably got kicked and then charged as well from the direction and bashed in there.
Oh, charge forward from Ninja Boogie. Nothing really cancels that. You're not going to commit glimpse for that. And Ninja Boogie keeps the harassment going.
They can actually kill him.
Well, the stun's going to be out. Andy Mage is not so certain about it. He can blink forward. Now the glimpse. Okay, that's an easy way to do it. Pull him back in. There's no charge mana available, and Ninja Boogie will fall.
Very interesting. Like he kind of just had himself in there. Because Centaur was farming creeps under the tower.
Probably felt like they had it. The wall is up just in time. And the mana burn. No Wolf Stomp available. And, well, Kinguin, again, they're claiming more and more kills up on this top. 3 kills, 2 assists for that anti-mage. All 5. 100% participation rate for Kinguin on that top lane.
It was really well played by the Nyx, because he was about to hoof stomp and then he hit him with the Carapace on, which made Centaur stun himself. And then he burned off the mana for the hoof stomp and then he didn't have it available anymore.
You know something really stupid though? With all of this going down, with the 5 kills that happen up on the top lane, it is still Mineski who hold the highest net worth. I know we're 5 minutes in, the net worth doesn't really stretch out that far, but it's both Venomancer and the Sniper holding the 1 and 2 position in net worth.
This game around, they don't really have...
Roll the ball forward.
Nah,
wide ball.
They can't commit to this. But yeah, this game, as opposed to last game where they had Earth Spirit and DP, they don't really have anyone to gap close on the sniper.
Ice.
Whoa.
Oh, glad we get to catch the end of that. Ice taking the killing spree.
They just kill him solo?
Back will happen, but that's not a kill unless there's more support. Yeah, there is. Coming up, Nyx Assassin, so supports will get some experience here. They're trying to kill off Ice, and they will claim it before the end. Kinguin can get the last swing in. At least we'll get some experience, but back in towards the mid. Spirit Cypher is going to wear off now for Nisha, and he just burns the X's. Ninja Boogie begins his TP, but the damage is too high. Nyx Assassin, not even the stun required from him to help get the kill on the SB. But Nisha, he's going to catapult waves. This won't be a useless ulti from him. He can keep adding pressure to the mid against Moon.
Yeah, maybe like 300-400 damage. Did the Anti-Mage get solo killed by the Centaur? Is that what happened?
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, it wasn't even a solo. Like it was a 1-on-2. So Anti-Mage was not alone. He had a disruptor with him.
Yeah, but he got killed by Centaur alone, right? There was no support up there.
Correct. But he's been adding a lot of pressure. Like they're trying to bring him down and then rotate in. Like that's why you saw the Nyx Assassin come in a little bit later. They're trying to keep him low, give Ice the confidence to stand in the lane, thinking there's only two, and then rotate in behind.
But you see, it's not so bad for them, right? AM is on 2.3k net worth and Centaur is on 2k.
Oh, Moon, trouble for him. The wall is up, locking him in, looking for that impale stump. But here comes Jabs, rolling boulder forward, gets a double kick. Assassination will end up killing off Nisha. Moon pulling out of it. Now he'll actually just, okay, well, he potentially could have held it back once again to now focus over on to the poor running away disruptor.
So they're pretty much supposed to, like, they were trying to tower dive the sniper, but the rotations were spot on from Mineski this time, protecting him.
He's gonna doom. What? Needs to connect with the Infernal Blade. He's gonna have a chance to kill off the Venomancer here.
Venom's dead.
And yep, there's Infernal Blade. Charge coming in, but Stampede allowing him to back up. A quick deny. The charge is still coming forward, and Partos has burned everything he's got. They're gonna pull out of it, however. No reason to try and fight the doom. But at least denies him the first kill with that doom. And yep, Ice. This time the wall won't lock him in. He's got one charges. He's also got the raindrops, but does a heavy amount of damage with his own culling, with his own double edge.
Well, you know, the deny was so close on bot lane. He had 4 health, and then he got denied by the Earth Spirit. And it's really, really crucial for Doom to get these kills to actually snowball. Now he's still very poor. He would have been on par almost with the Venom if he had gotten that kill. A very good deny. I forgot the Centaur ult was actually there. Yep. He's level 6, minute 7 is very quick.
And it works for both too, like Jabs who very quickly close that distance. Rolling boulder forward, Partos, they're slowing him down. The Gale will connect, Gale and Poison Sting and Nova. Yeah, you ain't regenerating through this. That's multiple types of aids now. And well, goodbye Doombringer. Karkot was trying to move over to help, but just doesn't work.
And SB was also charging him, he was like super dead.
Yeah.
Sniper's having a very good game this time around. Because they can't really gank him. It's very, very hard to get through the sniper in this game.
Well, it feels like the top lane and bottom lane are more successful for Mineski, so...
Yeah.
Like, how do you do it? Your Nyx as well as Disruptor aren't really the greatest gankers for the mid. They had the Earth Spirit previously, which did a great job, but that's in the hands of Mineski.
Yeah, they need a level 6 on Nyx.
Oh, the kick. They'll start themselves up, but it's Ninja Boogie charging through. They can turn their attention towards Partos, but just the Disruptor coming in. They can glimpse back in. That's why Mushi is standing his ground. They stampede up from the Centaur. Nothing really came from that, however.
Yeah, they just wanted to get out of there, but then they...
Mushi. He came up way too far, and now they're just going to fight him and kill him. So you wanted that kill, you're going to get it. 3 heroes had to rotate in from Kinguin to do it, but Mushi will lose his life.
Yeah, he was just up way too far there. Overcommitted a bit. So Nisha level 8. He's gonna go back to base now, heal up, and then hopefully smoke with the support because they need to make space for his anti-mage right now. The hard carry is the AM this game, and they just need to make sure that he has a lot of space to farm.
Oh, he pulled out. Oh wait, did he get bashed by Roshan? I think he got bashed by Roshan.
Wait.
He charged through the pit.
Judging from his health, yeah, he got hit like 3-4 times.
Yeah, oops. That was meant to be their attack into Exotic Deer on top, but now they've lost the vision of him in the trees.
So they're actually taking the sniper to top lane now in order to get a tower. AM TP'd down to bot lane.
Yeah.
Mushi's actually in trouble.
Yep, they doom him up. Where's that TP support coming their way? He'll get back underneath the tower. Exotic Deer wants to keep running in. As
Sniper
Mushi,
tipping.
he's dropping down low. Yeah, here comes your sniper, Exotic Deer. Oh, he's lost sight of him. He doesn't see Mushi anymore. Mushi attacks the creep, reveals his position. He's so low on life, but not low enough to die. Exotic Deer, by man avoiding, allows Moon to attack him back. And that is not the rotation that Kinguin wanted. At least they're getting Nisha's attack into the tier 1 tower mid as a rebuttal.
But tower's still alive. Not destroyed yet. And they're committed to DPO for that too, so they can't really team fight. They're gonna lose top tower, or are they?
Oh, I just love the way Ice postures it. Well, I got the entire creep wave plus a catapult there. You know, I'm still gonna run at you. Spy Carapace creates a little bit of space. Assassination will kill off the Disruptor. Just wonderful work from both Ninja Booking and Jabs. Real thorns in the sides of Kinguin.
And the problem this game for Kinguin is they can't really deal with the double roam of SB as well as Earth Spirit. They don't really have defensive supports at all. The only thing they have like a Nyx and a Disruptor who are more aggressive than defensive for sure. So it's gonna be hard to make space for that anti-mage, simply because they can't really protect him from all these rotations. And then if like his rotations fail like that, it's gonna just be a very, very rough game for him. At this rate, you should have a battlefield at around 15 minutes, which is not terrible, but definitely not what you're looking for.
But by 15 minutes, he's still going to lose a large amount of control, because the Venomancer is going to start to do his push, Centaur has more pressure, and Jabs so on the money. They connect with the Gale, glimpsing back the Venomancer, so Exotic Deer are able to TP away to safety. The Gale is not enough damage.
I'm surprised he didn't commit the Veno ult there. Maybe it was on cooldown for a very short time, but he could have definitely Veno ulted him.
Shields! Immunity shield. Scouting out the Nyx Assassin, they jump back out. He goes into Vendetta.
Nyx level 6. This guy bottom is gonna...
Mushi. Okay, Mushi. Yeah, this is a kill.
But he's also gonna lose his life for
He's
it.
losing his life for a Disruptor, and then moving up to deny him. Okay, the timing wasn't quite right for the denial, but a kill is a kill. They bring 5 heroes from Kinguin for this?
Yeah, the problem for Anti-Mage is he can't really stay against the Centaur anymore, and he doesn't want to go against the Sniper either, so bottom lane is the only lane he can really farm against the Venomancer, who will also pressure him out of the lane though. That's why I'm saying they need to start fighting as 4 heroes and make a lot of space for him.
Can you go the return build on the Centaur? Like, can you actually get that build which...
You mean the Vanguard into max return?
Yeah. Oh, trouble. Yes, gonna get doomed up. Moon just focusing on killing off one. Oh, wow, that Stampede. They got the movement speed to get up. ES is still pretty damn low. Disruptor, the only one to fall so far. He is going to barely survive 4 HP on the ES. He'll wand up now, throws in the kick. Charge forward from Ninja Boogie. Moon's already got 2 kills. He's looking for a third at the moment. They're slowing down Nisha, and they will be able to oblige him. This sniper is going to get out of control. And Kinguin, what do you do to stop it? Urn charges are already coming in. The sustain is wonderful at Ice, Ice, Ice. The forgotten one on top lane.
But it is really so unlucky for Kinguin. Both heroes, like one had 4 health, the other had like 10 health. They're missing out on these kills, and then they just earn up and they return to the fight.
Let's see that again. So this is the initiation. 2 heroes commit into Jabs. Did that blast actually clip him?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
And then he survives the Doom with 5 health. Yep. And Sniper was he played very well there because he didn't shrapnel. Because with shrapnel you can get the Carapace stun on top of him, but he just didn't shrapnel, he was just auto-attacking people. You know, Nyx even used his Carapace, like thinking that he would shrapnel, but he just didn't do it. So he technically didn't do anything to the Sniper. And he just got a triple kill there.
And now, with that kind of play, Mineski getting more and more powerful. They've got aggressive wards, watching the anti-mage's farm area. So they're ready to fight. Kashi, how many blink daggers do we have over on Mineski right now if we want to check their inventory? So you get a blink dagger already on Mushi. He used that in the last fight. And the next one's going to come on Centaur.
He needs 30 gold for that.
Now.
Okay, he got it right now. Yeah. And then they got SB as well as Earth Spirit, who kind of just don't even need a blink. They're really, really mobile already. So Ice is setting up for bot lane. They might want to try to burst down this TP, but nah, they're probably just going to trade for
They're
top.
trying to find him. They found him.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay.
Starsense.
He doesn't even see him.
Yeah, Starsense tingling.
He doesn't even see him. How are you so good, Ice, Ice, Ice?
They didn't even scan either. So.
No.
Yeah.
He literally just... It's like, I think something is wrong. blink. There's no sentry ward in the lane. There's nothing.
Yeah. The thing is, Radiant is getting a free tier 2 tower top, while they're not even trying to pressure the bot tower. But it's very awkward right now for Kinguin.
Yeah, they're trying to find the best way out of a bad situation. But when they continue to lose more and more map control, this money is flooding in for Mineski.
Yeah, 5k lead already.
I think Mushi even went for the gold talent too, so like there's more and more money.
Oh yeah, Venu has a gold talent now.
Yeah, he's got 90 gold per minute from level 10.
Yeah, as if he needed that.
And he got it so early on too, like this is just gonna start to bank.
Yep. So, next to Pete top. But they have a sentry ward already in place.
Yeah, sentry ward's in place. They've got a bunch of plague wards also ready to fight. Charge comes in from Ninja Boogie. Assassination on the Disruptor. They're going to end up cancelling off at least the Nether Strike of the SB, but the life Stampede is being used again. They can disengage from the Kinguin attack, take both of the supports down. And Centaur's now doing his push on bottom. Ice has been more influential than most of the Kinguin lineup, and he's not even in the engagements.
Yeah, he's just split pushing a Centaur, which is not bad because he return through towers really quickly.
Yeah. His levels as well are just skyrocketing.
Yeah,
like he's already level 12.
Yeah. But the problem is, Kinguin's lineup has no damage at all without a DP. And DP has not been part of any fight yet. Like you can see he's 1, 3, and 0. So they didn't actively try to find a fight with a DP yet, which is a bit worrying.
They had the one on top, but that was it. It's a rough run at the moment. Exotic Deer is rapidly approaching that Battle Fury. Then his farm can start to skyrocket as long as they can maintain map control.
Yeah, which is gonna be very, very hard right now because they have 2 Blink Daggers, SB, as well as Earth Spirit.
You watch him have to stand there for a long time.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, man.
What do you actually think of like you are an anti-mage expert? Break it down with the AM. What are the hard things that the new AM makes us deal with? This is not going to come to anything, so feel free to go ahead and break us down the new AM.
Well, the new AM. What do you mean by the new AM?
Well, with the blink changes, with
right,
timing,
yeah. So basically what happened last patch, the cooldown got increased from 5 to 6 seconds. So basically your entire farm speed is reduced by like 20% because you can only blink every 6 seconds now, which is incredibly long when you compare it to the old one. And of course, especially in this game, where he has like a really hard lineup to play against already, it's just gonna like make your Manta come in later by like a minute or a minute and a half, and you maybe die once or twice more because of that. And at level 15 you have no choice but to get the 2 seconds blink cooldown now. Like before you kind of had a choice because 15 agility is quite good. 1 second, you know, 15, you can kind of debate about it.
Yeah.
I guess they just get a free Roche on Mineski.
Roche on for tier 1 tower.
Oh, that was a close to PRs. Yeah.
And the glimpse will pull Mushi back out while Death Prophet TP to safety.
Yep, that was good. I mean, they made the best out of it.
It was space created for Exotic Deer. Battle Fury's up. He's rapidly approaching the Manta.
Yeah. Like, as I said, around minute 25, it's pretty late already, but that's probably what he will end up with this game. And we'll have to see whether it is too late by that time or not, because the Doom is really poor. Right now, it's only the DP and the AIM that have like somewhat of a farmed game, like somewhat of a good game. And you look at the DP, almost finish her Yules.
They're charging top. Going after Exotic Deer, nice charge forward,
going after
pushing
Centaur
him back, and all that farm doesn't count for much if you don't have survivability. Meanwhile, Centaur initiating on, they're pulling back into the storm, starts the TP, the life, it's not going to be enough when you have a Dark Troll Summoner inside the Doom, giving him that extra control factor. In the backlines, they're also attacking into the Disruptor, while Nisha being ripped apart. It's just a little too easy for Moon and Ninja Boogie until the Spirit Cybers come back up again. Now Assassination Nisha, boom, executed. Doom is on Mushi. He's the man that was trying to kill off the Disruptor. The wall won't hold him in position. That charge Boogie. Alright, as a tier 3 tower, the Troll Trap. It caught him before he's able to connect. The kick, however, will fly through from Jams. So they'll still find that kill. The cost is going to be the Spirit Breaker. But Mushi survives yet another Doom on himself.
But this is like a typical game when Anti-Mage has like a very rough game. He's kind of like a non-factor, and especially against Spirit Breaker, you would usually just start feeding for a very long time. Because
they're wrapping around. They're wrapping around.
Wrapping around where?
He's gonna hit him with Vendetta. Mushi starts to blink. There's no sentry ward. That's the second time that Mineski player who has blinked away with no detection from the next assassin.
I think this time it was just because he wanted to get back to base, probably.
Yeah. And the last time it was like he just wanted to get back near the tier 1 tower with the blink. But either way, it's Nyx assassin getting denied.
No, maybe bot lane was more like a star sense kind of thing, you know, because like, Nyx has been missed for a long time. But yeah, like I played so many AM games against the Spirit Breaker, right? And you just feel miserable because he just charges you. As soon as he connects with you, you know you're dead because there's another hero that will just kill you. And he's having one of the roughest games like forever. This is gonna take so long for him to get up at Manta Star. They're losing map control rapidly. The only tower they have, only the bottom 2 is still up. And after they lose that, it will be contained in their base, and Enchmich will have a very, very rough time.
Do you think he's actually capable of jumping through the Radiant jungle and farming that?
That is the safest place right now for him. Because for sure, they were focused on the dire side of the map for a very long time, but surprisingly enough, they have no wards up there right now at all.
Smoke comes out. I don't think that was in range of the dire observer ward. It was close.
It was not. Yeah.
But there was no ping, and I shall trust my co-caster on this, saying it was not.
Yeah, and then so Anti-Match is kind of trying to farm.
Oh no! Not where you want to be! Oh, they get the silence up, they have the control, Stampede as well, bringing in Centaur, where's the blink? Not available! Spike Carapace TP out, is there a stun, is there the damage, double edge? Nothing!
You know what the problem for Aim is right now? He thinks that... Wait, is there gonna be action?
Yeah, there is. They glimpse Ninjabugi back into the storm. With the Spirit Cypher not trying to hold him there. Charge is available, but they have enough damage before the storm will end off. So what is another problem?
Now, the problem for AM is he wants to farm the enemy jungle, which usually is the safest place right now. But funnily enough, they don't have any wards in the Dire jungle, but they warded up the Radiant jungle already. I mean, the Radiant team did. So he will actually fall into this trap where he will just keep getting caught in the Radiant jungle, because that's not usually where you play around at this time. And we just saw it there. He wanted just to farm like some neutral camps at the Radiant jungle, and he just like get killed instantly. It's like the worst feeling.
Ooh, that's an interesting glimpse. I'm surprised he did that. He revealed the fact they have vision around there.
Yeah, there was... I don't even know what the glimpse accomplished.
Yeah, it didn't accomplish anything. Like Nisha is hovering around, but they're not going to hold that tier 2 tower. They're definitely not going to fight into an Aegis the Immortal Sniper.
Yeah. But they have Blink Dagger on DP soon, so they will be able to reach the sniper, but they have Stampede for him to just...
But
he also went Shadow Blade.
They don't have the same level of intimidation that came in Game 1. Like, when a Lycan reached the sniper, you're like, oh crap. Like, I actually, like, Moon would instantly TP away. Oh, exotic deer. The charge is coming in. The kick is perfect. He's burned his TP scroll. Silenced up forever. Oh, man. So 25 minutes? Like, do we add +2 now?
Yep, or maybe 3 even.
All 3.
I mean, he needs like another 2,000 gold. It's very hard for him right now. But like, what can he really do, you know? Like, he has to split away from his team.
Yeah. He has no other choice, but he doesn't know where the Mineski vision is, and his team can't de-ward that.
Yeah. And the biggest problem is, right now they're smoking up as 4, while AM is dead. So they actually are making space for no one.
This is a chance. Ninjabugi taunting his way down the river, breaks the smoke reveal. Okay, there is no chance. And even if they do go... Okay, there's no Stampede. So they have the opportunity to kill the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, but it's a Spirit Breaker support, you know? I mean, it's good gold, but ultimately it won't really give you anything of the map. And they actually have a sentry ward there, but they're not de-warding the ward.
Oh, they'll do it now. No, actually, no, they don't see it. It's on the other side of the tree.
Oh, no, they saw it. They just pinged it out.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Because it looks like it's just on the other side of the tree.
Huh?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the tree. They don't see it.
But they just pinged there.
Maybe they did. Maybe they're giving the bounty rune. Now they just lost the next assassin. And because they actually hung around a little bit longer, it allowed Mineski to cut between Kinguin and their retreat back to the base. Which is where Mineski are looking to find the jump forward. They do not find the Disruptor.
Centaur.
A quick TP away. They were using it to try and close the distance on the Disruptor.
Alright, and he was just TPing out.
I don't think they're going to care as much about the Disruptor, however. Like, 2 BKBs have arrived. Both Sniper and Venomancer both have their BKBs done.
They're going to try to crack high ground soon. Or they will even just, like, start now.
Alright, jump in. There's your 2. They don't actually hold him inside the wall, and they're just kicking the poor little Sniper away. Nisha is keeping the chase going, but the ward block... thought for a moment was just going to properly hold him in. Not going to happen, however.
Yeah, this is like when AM loses a lot of value. Like basically, he's just a.
AM loses value. Like he can't blink Manta and attack. You now don't have Doom available. And if you burn Exorcism, Mineski's just going to disengage once again.
But compare him to a hero like a Lycan right now, right? You can't split push in this game, and you have like half the fighting power of a Lycan, not even. So you're basically just dead weight for your team. Because you're so far behind. You're supposed to be actually like at the bottom tier 2 right now with the proper items, but he's so far behind he can't actually do anything other than sit in the base and wait for the creep waves to reach his tower. He can't go out and cut creep waves. It is... I don't know. It's a rough spot for an anti-mage.
It's so stupid. Moon's got the range, and the Plague Wards are giving him the vision on the high ground.
Yep.
And because Ice is holding the creep wave on the bottom, it doesn't even matter if Kinguin pull back the creep wave. So instead of the attack on Ice, he's got the hood, he's got a lot of sustain, but even that sustain won't be enough. Mushi, a 3-man Nova, a 2-man Gale with the BKB to protect him. Nisha tries to have enough life. Sensor will buy back into this game. Stampede going to be triggered to give Moon just a little bit of distance so he can try and turn around. Shrapnel down. The damage is so high. Kinguin can buy back all they want to. At least the Spike Carapace Carkol for a second, but here comes your assassination. The damage is enough. Moon is beyond godlike. Somebody kill them. It won't happen.
You know, the DP was like 0.1 seconds maybe.
What are you doing, Fantas?
Yeah, he just kind of died.
He jumped in to get a cannonball.
They want to give him a rampage, I think.
Is that what this is? We're trying to make everyone look really good. Anyone who's watching inside the game, we're trying to get rare drops, if those even happen anymore.
Oh, he denied direct. He denied both ranks.
Oh, value.
And then he dies.
Hey.
Not yet.
It's a lot of class in a very arse situation. Now, Exotic Deer jumping forward, looking for the Mana Void over on Moon. He's got Shadow Blade available, and he'll go in Fizz. No detection for Exotic Deer. Sentry Ward is belonging to Mineski. Instead, there's your Mana Void. They'll kill off the ES, but in comes Ice. Gets the lockdown control of the Disruptor. But GG, well played. It will be a 1-1 matchup, a very needed win for Mineski when Kinguin, if they 2-0 that, if they got the 3-0, then Mineski's chances of staying alive in this tournament were practically dead.
I'm not very convinced by the anti-mage pick. I thought they had like 3-4 heroes that are very good against it. But and the last chance at actually winning was so close. If the DP got the Yules off in the bottom fight, it was like 0.1 seconds maybe, they could have actually killed the sniper. Because it was, I don't know, if they win that fight, AM might actually be able to get a Manta style up and then kind of like start a comeback.
Yeah.
But after DP died, the game was pretty much just over. They kept pressuring the AM, they killed him.